So we'll start our practice lying down on our backs with our knees bent. And if you'd like, you can walk your feet a little wider than your hips and let your knees knock knee in. And we'll take Yoni Mudra. So that's all the fingers are together, but the thumbs are extended, touching one another, and then the pointer fingers rest on one another. So you create that triangle shape at the low belly. And then gently walk your feet together if they were apart, and we're going to start moving with the breath. So as you inhale, the knees will open up wide, and the Yoni Mudra, you'll extend up overhead. And then as you exhale, you'll come back to your starting place. On the exhale, it draws you back in. Feel the comfort of coming back into the body. And as you inhale, we find opening across the front of the body, in the arms, and through the inner thighs. Moving nice and slowly, the breath guiding this move. The inhale is creating space, and the exhale is bringing you back in. We'll continue to move here with the breath, allowing the breath to get softer, smoother, and longer, and experiencing that in the body as well. We'll take this breath and movement 2 more times, finding extension and space on the inhale, and coming back to center and rest on the exhale. And now resting with the hands in Yoni Mudra, step the feet hip distance apart, and then release the hands down to your sides. And we'll start to take gentle pelvic tilts here. So if you're watching the video, you might not even be able to see the tilt. It can start really small, where when you inhale, the belly will lift a little bit and the low back will come off the floor a little. The pelvis is still grounded, but that curve in the low back gets a little bigger. And then as you exhale, the low back will push down onto the floor. So we start to experience this rock of the pelvis, forward and back. And again, let this movement coincide with the breath. So not controlling the breath, but letting the body move as if the breath is moving it. Exploring the tip of the pelvis and the softness around the pelvis as the breath moves in and out. Feel free to let the movement stay really subtle, or you can let the movement start to get a little bigger with each breath. Experiencing the fluidity of the pelvis. And now bring the hands back to the low belly in Yoni Mudra. And the next time you inhale, we're going to find bridge and extend the arms up overhead. So as you inhale, the arms extend overhead in Yoni Mudra and the hips lift off the floor. And as you exhale, the hands come back to meet the body. At the same time, the pelvis and the back of the body reaches the floor. The inhale then enlivening the body, lifting the hips, opening the front of the body. And the exhale bringing you back to center and rest. Moving again as if the breath is causing the movement. Letting the breath move the body through this transition. Now come back to rest on the floor and draw your knees into your chest. And feel free to rock side to side. Now we'll come up to seated and find a comfortable seat with the legs crossed and hands at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Palms press into one another and thumbs gently rest on the breastbone. Feel the length of the spine as the crown reaches up to the ceiling, and let the shoulders relax down the back. And then take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to turn your hands into Yoni Mudra at the heart with the fingers pointing down. Slide the hands down the body, then out in front of you. And then as you inhale, lift Yoni Mudra up above the head. And as you exhale, the hands spread and come down around the body, back to Yoni Mudra. Inhale, the hands will come back to heart, and we'll start again. Exhale, Yoni Mudra slides down from the heart to the pelvis, out in front. Inhale, draws the Yoni Mudra up overhead. And as you exhale, the hands turn towards one another and then melt down around the body, coming back to the low belly in Yoni Mudra. So we'll continue with that. The inhale draws the hands to the heart. And then as you exhale, we start the flow again. Letting the inhale draw you up and expand. Feel the openness in the body. And as you exhale and the hands come down around you, as if you're feeding the body with the energy it needs. Exhaling, Yoni Mudra draws from the heart down into the pelvis. Inhale draws you up to the heavens. And as you exhale, those hands come down around you, enveloping the body in the energy you need. Let the movement be slow and intentional. Feel all the ways the body moves as the breath moves through as well. And let the hands really be a conduit for energy that brings healing in whatever way you need. We'll take this one more time, exhaling the hands down the body into the fold. And this time we'll inhale the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, let the hands come down just all the way to the floor on either side of the pelvis this time. As you inhale, the arms reach up overhead. And we'll exhale into a twist. Now, if a twist is not part of your practice right now, you can just bring the hands back to heart center. And we'll inhale the arms back up overhead. And we'll exhale and twist the opposite way. Inhale the arms back up overhead. And this time we'll side bend over to the right, drop the right hand down to the side of the body, reach the left hand up and over. Inhale, arms back up to center. And as you exhale, we'll side bend over to the left. Inhale draws you back up again, hands overhead. And as you exhale, hands back to heart center. Notice the way the spine feels as it's starting to warm up and the breath is moving through the torso. Take a moment to get centered again here in stillness. And now let's come forward onto all fours. Stack the knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders. And we'll start by inhaling, letting the hips drop back towards the heels. And as we exhale, we'll find lion's breath. Come forward into tabletop, stick out the tongue, open the mouth wide, and exhale. So continue to move in that way. Exhaling, lion's breath. Inhaling, the hips drop back towards the heels. And on the inhale, really notice the breath in the back of the body. So expanding the back of the body. And as you exhale, let the heart pull forward. As you let the breath go through an open mouth, stick out the tongue. And now we'll come into Anahatasana. Let the heart drop down to the floor. Keep the hips stacked over the knees. Reach the hands forward. Let the body release and relax here. Feeling the gentle opening between the collarbones on the front of the chest. And letting the breath be soft and smooth. Feel the support of the surface underneath you in the palms and the forearms, the knees, the shins, and the tops of the feet. And then gently walk your hands back and tuck your toes, and slowly walk your feet to the top of your mat, hip distance apart, coming into a standing forward fold. Bend the knees enough that the hands can be grounded on the floor, and relax the back of the neck so the head drops down. Now we'll start with some slapping of the hands on the floor, Then move to the feet, the shins, the calves. Move up to the thighs, backs of the thighs, hips, belly, back of the body, chest, sides of the chest, shoulders, upper arms, forearms, slap the hands. Now rest and let the movement go. Let the hands come down to your sides. Feel the energy you built in the body and feel the grounding through the feet. Noticing the sensations in the body. Now step your feet hip distance or a little wider, and we're going to start with breath of joy here. So this is a 3-part inhale and then an exhale. With the 3 parts inhale, hands will come forward, then side, then up overhead, and as you exhale, swing the arms down and fold. The exhale can be as powerful as you like. And let the knees bounce you, so it's as if the arms are kind of being thrown around the torso with the breath. The knees bounce, and on the inhale, forward, side, up overhead, exhale, fold. We'll continue with this, moving at the pace you'd like to go, either moving slower or faster, depending on what you feel your body needs. Letting the 3-part inhale fill the torso, and the exhale lets it all go. Feeling the expansion at the front of the body. We'll take one more. And then come to standing at the top of the mat. Bring the hands into Hridaya Mudra, right hand on the heart, left hand over top. Again, feeling down through the roots in the feet, at the heels and the soles of the feet, all the way up to the toes. And also then feeling the energy you've built in the chest, at the space of the heart. Let the heart rise to meet the palms. Now step back to the middle of your mat, walk your feet together to touch, and bring your hands into Yoni Mudra in front of the pelvis. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, step the right foot forward into a lunge, bring your arms out to goalpost. Take a breath in, step back, and as you exhale, we'll step the left foot forward. Inhale draws you back to your starting place. This time we'll go to the right, exhale out to a squat, arms come into goalposts. Inhale back to your start, and then exhale to the left. Squat and goalpost the arms. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, come into a squat where you are, lifting Yoni Mudra up. Bring your gaze through the triangle your hands are creating. And breathe. And then release and come back to starting. We'll take that again. This is called Hara Kumbhaka. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, right foot forward, lunge, arms out to goalpost. Inhale, back to starting. Exhale, the left. Inhale, back to starting. Out to the right side now in a squat. Exhale. Inhale, back to starting. Exhale to the left, squat. Inhale, back to starting. And this time squat where you are, exhale, reaching Yoni Mudra up overhead, lift the gaze towards the triangle the hands are creating. Breathing gently here, feeling the strength in the body. And when you exhale next, come back to your starting place. Release Yoni Mudra and leave the right hand on the womb and bring the left hand to the heart. And with the hands on the body here, notice the energy you've built in these areas. As we've moved the body a little bit more, energy has stirred in both of these places. And come to the front of the mat. Take a breath in and reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, find a fold, grounding the hands on the floor, bend the knees. And then we'll come down to the floor and find a comfortable seat. You can sit on the heels or cross the legs out in front of you. To find space in the spine, feel free to come up to seated on a pillow or a block. Let the hands rest on the thighs. And welcome the breath as it is, without altering it or controlling it. Welcome the breath as it lands. Start to imagine that as you inhale, the breath moves up the spine all the way to the crown of the head. And as the breath moves out, it moves down the spine to the root. And as the breath moves in, internally repeat, I am. And as the breath moves out, internally repeat, rooted. I am grounded. I am stable. I am supported. And then the next time you breathe in, draw the breath again up to the crown. And as you exhale, bring the breath to the heart space. And as you continue to breathe in that way, internally repeat, I am on the inhale. And on the exhale to the heart, internally repeat, love. I am love. I am compassion. I am truth. And as you continue this internal mantra, start to bring the breath in through the crown on the inhale and out through the heart on the exhale. Drawing the breath in through the crown, I am, and out through the heart, love. I am compassion. Let's take 2 to 3 more breaths in this way, choosing the word that resonates with you most for the heart space. And then gently let the breath go and just let the mind linger in the space of the heart, noticing whatever is present and being with it. And now gently make your way to your back and come to lying on your mat with your knees bent and the feet on the floor. Once you reach the floor, roll over onto your left side. You can use your left arm as a pillow, draw your knees into your chest. And we'll start to take circles with the arms. So reach the right arm along the floor in front of you, then up overhead, then back behind you, down to your hip, over your thigh, and back onto the floor in front of you. So we'll take these big sweeping circles with the arm in a range of motion that feels okay for you. Nice and slow, then maybe even match this movement to breath. So as you inhale, the arm starts to sweep up and overhead. And as you exhale, it sweeps back behind you and down. And then switch the direction of that circle. So first the hand will come back behind you by the hip, then up overhead, and then sweep in front of you, down along the floor until you reach your knee. And then bring the hand to your heart. And we'll start to move into some gentle heart-focused openings here. So as you inhale, let the hand draw the right side of the chest open and extend the right arm out to the side so you come into a soft twist. As you exhale, the hand comes back to the heart and you'll round back onto your side. Let the hand be the guide here. As you inhale, the hand gently opens the heart, opening the arm out to the side. And as you exhale, it draws you back in. And then we'll gently move over to the other side and take those sweeping circles of the left arm on this side. First, letting the hand sweep in front of you and up overhead, and then back behind you, down to the hip, sweeping along the thigh to the knee. Again, matching to breath if that feels good. As you inhale, the arm sweeps up, and as you exhale, it starts to come back behind you and down. And then switch the direction of the circles. So the hand first sweeps down and then back behind you, up overhead, and then down in front of you. Again, moving slowly with the breath in a comfortable range of motion for you. And then bring your left hand to your heart. And again, we'll explore this gentle opening, holding the heart. As you inhale, gently guide the heart open, extend the left arm out to the side of the body, come into a twist. And as you exhale, the hand comes back to the heart and you round back over onto your side. Feel the gentle opening of the heart as you twist, and the soft return to safety and comfort as you hold the heart back on your side. And then come to rest on your side, and then move onto your back. Bring your hands to rest on the body where it feels good for you, either at the heart or at the womb. And wherever the hands find rest here, let the awareness again drop into the space of the heart. Feeling the energy at the heart space, the tenderness, but also the power, the comfort. And then let the hands come down to the low belly, resting over the pelvis. And again, find Yoni Mudra. And from here, following the breath, let the hands gently expand outward as the breath moves in, and come back to resting on the low belly as the breath moves out. So as if the breath is moving in the space of the low belly and expanding the hands out to the side, the energy field of your breath is bigger than the body, and the hands express that. Letting the hands move organically, however feels right for you, little or big. Explore the sensation of the hands, breathing the breath as well, expanding out from the womb space. and then back in to Yoni Mudra. Let the breath get softer and smoother and longer as the hands breathe as well, expanding and gently recoiling to the space of the low belly with the breath, letting not only the hands but the fingers express the breath and the energy at the low belly. And then gently release this breath and come into a final resting pose on your mat, extending the arms and legs down on the mat, letting the body rest in Shavasana. Feel the back of the body supported by the surface underneath you. Feel the front of the body open to all the air around you. And feel the breath moving in the heart space and the low belly, in the space of the womb, without effort, without resistance. The breath moves and brings healing energy to all parts of the body. The breath moves without our effort, giving to us what we need for health and vitality, for support and acceptance, for being here in this moment now. Feel the wholeness of the body being breathed, and surrender into the support of the floor. And now gently bend one knee and then the other, and roll over onto your right side. Hear the echo of the breath on the floor. Feel the comfort and ease of this pose in the body. And then using both the arms, come up to a seat. Find a comfortable seat and bring your hands to your heart in Hridaya Mudra. Right hand on the heart, left hand over top. And take a moment to allow the heart space to breathe. Letting the hands bring support to the heart, and letting the heart rise to meet and fill the palms. Take a moment to bring your awareness to gratitude for your practice, for your body's own capacity to support, to heal, and to create. When you feel ready, let the mudra go and rest the hands on the thighs. And gently allow the eyes to open when you feel ready to come out of your practice.